Oh, look right on the wall.
And this is Grosh Talk!
No.
Yeah!
Do you want a popsicle? Well, for those of you who don't know, my name's Josh. Now you can do your thing.
And I'm Olivia Munn.
No, fuck off. Now you're too late now.
What's up, guys? You're watching Grosh Talk.
Let's fuck you.
I wanted to start off today by talking about something that's a pretty big deal, and it's very recent in the news. Neil Armstrong recently got all of his medals taken away for the Tour de France wins.
You're thinking of the other Armstrong. You got your Armstrongs crossed. You said Neil Armstrong.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, yeah, I know. I was just kidding. Louis Armstrong got all of his medals taken away from the Tour de France wins.
Neil Armstrong, astronaut, just died. All over the news. Louis Armstrong, trumpet player from back in the day. Yeah, long time ago. Lance Armstrong, Tour de France.
Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong. Lancey.
Lancey.
One ball boy.
Lancey and the Pantsy.
Interesting.
So, yeah, he recently got all his medals taken away because he was accused of doping charges.
Right, and that's the most important thing. He was accused of doping charges.
It was never proven, and he was vigilant fighting against the accusations. The only reason why he was now pinned with it is because he just finally decided to stop fighting it.
Yeah.
It's not an admission of guilt. He was just sick of it.
He was sick of it. He said, you know what, I'm not going to contest the statement. And so they took it as an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
So in their books, he admitted guilty. But I think what it came down to is he's done everything you can do in the sport. And not only that, but everybody knows he's fought cancer. It was a long time ago. He beat it a long time ago, but it's still a very inspirational story. He started Live Strong, and he's raised, I think it's like $500 million for the Cancer Society at this point. And the guy makes money every time he picks up a microphone, right? So for them to take away those medals, it's definitely a material item that they've taken away, but I think now at this point, they can't take away what he's done. Oh, and he's okay with that.
No, he knows exactly what he's done.
Yeah.
And he knows how many people he's helped and who look up to him. And it's just, he finally just said, you know what, I'm tired of fighting this.
Exactly. I can understand why it's such a big story, and it is absolutely a big story. The only thing is that I'm Canadian, and he's American, and so, I mean, I want to care, but I mean, I'm just like, so what? I don't fucking care. Himself, he's a very inspirational person. He is an incredible human being. What he's done and his accomplishments and everything that he's created in other people's minds and the seeds that he's planted in our world. But it's cycling. I mean,
it's a big deal.
It's a huge deal in cycling. Definitely, if you follow cycling, well, if that's your thing.
Not even just in cycling. I mean, just in general. I mean, the time it takes to finish a Tour de France is like, he did it in like 86 hours.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But I mean, in the grand scheme of the world,
it's cycling.
I know. It's cycling, yeah. But it really is, and I'm not trying to take away from the story, because the story is he's just given up. He's had enough. So that's huge. That's a huge statement that he's made. And everybody just pounced on him. Right when they had the chance, they pounced on him. It was totally unfair.
You know how the media always spins things, right? So, like, if he stops fighting, they all say he's guilty.
He's guilty.
Yeah.
He's a liar.
That's how it works.
Definitely.
So, I feel like that's a lot of what's happening here. I mean, I don't blame the guy. I mean, he's probably raised a lot of money for himself.
Oh, he's got an empire.
But I'm sure fighting this thing is a very costly process.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, court fees, I'm assuming.
Lawyers and appearances, showing up. I mean, I'm sure his sponsors cover a lot of that. He's wearing the brand on the clothes and things like that. But I mean, how many other cyclists have been disqualified or tested positive or been linked to steroid use? Well, and not just in cycling, but in just about every sport. But in cycling, it's huge.
Going off of that, there was a thing that was posted. I read it on Reddit, and it was saying that if you had to choose somebody,
like the next place guy. Technically.
Yeah.
Like if you want to give it to the next medal down.
Yeah. In the Tour de France races, you'd have to give it to the 23rd place person because everyone else there at some point in their career has been accused and
or at least linked
to doping.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. It's such an unnecessary step just to attack someone who's done so much for your sport. Yeah. It's really odd. Why would you want to take a person out who is a huge figurehead? He's basically a cornerstone for cycling. When you think of cycling, you think of Lance Armstrong. Yeah. Unless you're maybe from Spain, where you know your cyclist is your. I don't even know who's the main cyclist for Canada.
That's the thing. He made the sport what it is in everyone else's eyes. Yeah. I would never have any idea.
Definitely, and then Nike got attached to him, and Nike got attached to Livestrong, and then their foundation. That's their media was what made cycling.
He's like the Tony Hawk of long distance riding.
Really, though.
Everyone knows who he is.
Yeah, for sure. And to remove him from your sport, not only just the Tour de France, cycling, professional cycling, permanently. Every there's no triathlons he can do. I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, can he ride his bike to the store still?
I think he gets pulled over.
If they see him, they're like, hey!
Where's your license? Oh, Lance. We meet again.
He's like, God, we get to do this.
Come on, Bill. I just want to go to the store.
He could easily take his Ferrari. Yeah. And one of his... He'd rather take his bike. And the cop's like, no, not today.
Or any other day, ever.
So what's the longest you've been able to go without sleeping?
Ooh, tough call. Maybe like a day and a half.
So like 24 to 36 hours total?
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. Could you do a week?
No.
No naps?
There's no way I could do a week.
Well, in 2006, there was a show in the United Kingdom called Shattered. And what the show was about was keeping people up for a full week, basically Big Brother style. Okay, so there would be cameras all over this house, okay, and they live together and they operate together. And the idea is that if they pass out, fall asleep, if they close their eyes for longer than 10 seconds, they're pretty much either off the show or they have to endure a type of punishment.
Really?
And the winner is the one who stays awake for a week.
This is a legit thing.
It's a real show. It aired in 2006. This actually happened. So I think they filmed it in 2004, and then it was played a couple times. But yeah, it was taken off the air in 2006. I'm pretty sure.
I couldn't imagine why.
Yeah, it only lasted one season. The original season came out in 2004.
Okay.
And then
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of reminds me of there's a Japanese game show, and Japanese game shows. They're all pretty crazy. I don't exactly know how long these people have to stay in there. There's 4 people or more, I guess. There was 4 when I saw it. There's a clip on YouTube. I can't find it though. It's they're all standing in like a gymnasium, and it's an empty gymnasium. And randomly throughout, like I'm gonna say a 24-hour period, a man in a ghost costume will like fly out of the ground, like he'll be like pushed up and like jump out. And he chases you down, and if he catches you, he hurts you in some way, and then he leaves.
He just, like, hurts you?
Yeah. Like
you have to let him hurt you?
Yes, as part of the game. You have to let him hurt you.
I think this might be worse.
Shattered?
No. Getting beaten up by a man in a ghost.
By a ghost?
For 24 hours straight? Like, imagine if you caught you every time
it wasn't like,
targeted you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was, like, points throughout the night. So it wasn't like every minute he would pop out. Like, it would be unexpected. They would all be, like, kind of, like, huddled in a corner, just kind of talking over us, and this guy would just jump out.
That's so scary! Yes, right? You know what? I'd probably have serious, like, repercussions. Like, inability to sleep, inability to sit in a gymnasium.
It'd be, like, I'm home from war.
Halloween in America would be terrible. Little kids walking around a ghost would be like, ah! Never
Halloween
again.
In the South would be terrible.
Really? Wherever they dress up... Oh... Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching another episode of Grosh Talk. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up button down below. It helps with the show a lot. If you want to leave a comment, talk about, is Lance Armstrong a big deal to you? And, of course, rest in peace, Neil Armstrong.
And Louis Armstrong.
Do that in the comment section down below. If you want to watch the show with your friends, share it to your Facebooks or your Twitters. And last but not least, if you want to watch more of us or be alerted when new episodes come out, hit that subscribe button. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Peace.
All right, and cut it.
Let me see what spring is like on.